Breaking news, police on the scene of a stabbing near Fashion Fair where they're live. Plus, a local teacher busted. Police say she had sex with a student as a disturbing trend emerging on local campuses.
It's very green and the reds are very red and the field is perfect.
Game on. Homecoming excitement as the Bulldogs get ready to hit a new field with a new look.
And perfect football weather. I'll have details coming up in the Pinpoint Forecast.
Breaking news alerts, today's top stories, and weather before the first commercial break. This is CBS 47 on your side at 5.
Good evening, I'm Evy Ramos. Ken Malloy has the night off. Fresno police are on the scene of a stabbing near a middle school. It happened around 3:30 on Sierra Madre and Fisher. That's near First and Shaw. CBS 47's Catherine Herr is live with how it affected students. Thank you. New developments tonight after a local teacher is busted. Police say she had sex with a student. 26-year-old Nadia Diaz was arrested Thursday. Investigators say Diaz, who teaches at Washington Union, had sex with the teen back in 2009. From accusations of drugs to other sex crimes, it's the latest in a series of arrests involving local teachers. Diaz is free after posting bond yesterday. We join CBS 47's Alexander Limon live at Washington Union High School with details that are just beginning to surface. Alex, today's CBS 47 web poll asks, is there a double standard for male and female teachers accused of sexual assault against students? Viewers have already sounded off on our Facebook page. Tyler Gidney says there is not a double standard in the judicial system. The double standard is in the public perception of the crimes. Patricia Geiger writes, sentences for females are much lower than their male counterparts. Females are 3 times more likely to get probation than males. You can answer our web poll by heading to CBS47.tv. You can also join the conversation on Facebook. Tune in for the results tonight at 11. Updating breaking news, Fresno police are investigating after a woman's body was found near Poppy and Grove. The woman has now been identified as 50-year-old Sharon Harrison. Officers were treating it as a suspicious death. Her body was discovered inside a home earlier today. Police are releasing very few details on the case. No word yet on how she died. One man is in jail tonight accused of driving the wrong way on the freeway. Police say the driver triggered at least 3 separate accidents last night along Freeway 41. The driver was heading north in the southbound lanes, causing other drivers to swerve out of the way. He ultimately crashed and then took off running. The driver is now facing charges of hit and run and DUI. His name has not been released. New at 5 tonight, a judge says he does not want to see them out of jail. The 2 men accused in a string of burglaries in Fresno made their first court appearance today. 29-year-old David Faust and 34-year-old Aaron Ham were arrested earlier this week. The judge they went before says he wants to make sure they remain behind bars. Police apprehended them in northeast Fresno and even fired shots before taking them into custody. The men admitted to many burglaries in the area. Today's arraignment was continued. Also new at 5 tonight, there's a little bit of good news regarding the Valley's unemployment rate. All Valley counties actually saw a decline in the number of jobless residents. While the August numbers did drop from July, we're still seeing a much higher unemployment rate than the nation as a whole or even the state. Here's what we're dealing with. All of the counties in our area have an unemployment rate higher than 14%. Most are in the 15% range, even with the improvement. Game on. The first home game at Fresno State kicks off tomorrow. From new uniforms to a new turf, this season the team has a lot of exciting elements they hope translate to a winning year. CBS 47's Brittany Hopper joins us live from Bulldog Stadium with more. Brittany? Brittany, thank you. A lot of people asking, what will the weather be like for the big game? Chief Meteorologist Scott Mace has the answer.
You couldn't ask for better weather. It's football perfect for this weekend. Temperatures have dropped down about 10 degrees compared to yesterday. So instead of middle 90s, we'll be looking at middle 80s for tomorrow. Here's the game day forecast for Saturday. Of course, they're playing at Bulldog Stadium at 7 o'clock. At that time, we'll be at about 82 degrees. Skies will be sunny and a little light breeze. 80 at 8 o'clock, 76 at 9, and 74 at 10 o'clock. So a very nice day for us tomorrow before the game, during the game, and after the game as well. Temperatures right now are in the low to middle 80s. Pleasant weather for us, about 8 to 10 degrees cooler than the same time yesterday, and all that is thanks to that sea breeze coming in off the ocean. Temperatures for the first forecast showing that we'll be dipping down to about 70 degrees by 11 o'clock, so a mild evening for us. 60 early tomorrow morning. and it looks like we're in for a nice weekend. Evie, I'll have that pinpoint 7-day forecast coming right up.
Thank you, Scott. Still ahead on CBS 47 at 5. The movie Contagion is a smash hit.
I've seen the trailers, you know, it looks very scary.
But could it really happen? The surprising answer next. Plus, dramatic images as a Russian space capsule crashes. Did the astronauts make it out alive? And coming up new tonight at 6, a beloved dog owned by a local soldier is lost. Tonight, he's safe and sound. His amazing and touching journey at 6.
You're watching CBS 47 on your side at 5.
On Wall Street today, a 5th straight day of gains for investors. It was actually the second best week for the stock market in a year. There's more encouraging news out of Europe today, causing the Dow to gain 75 points today. The Nasdaq was up 15. The S&P 500 gained 6 points. We're on your side tonight as state leaders use a new movie to get you thinking about the flu vaccine. The California Department of Public Health is tapping into the popularity of the new movie Contagion tonight. It's about a fast-spreading unknown virus that sweeps the world. While it's only fiction, doctors say it's still a good reminder that health emergencies can happen at any time.
I've seen the trailers, you know, it looks very scary. And the reality is that these infectious diseases like the flu, they are spread through sneezing and coughing and close contact.
It was just 2 years ago the world was on alert because of H1N1. That virus killed more than 500 Californians. California schools are turning away middle and high school students who have not received the whooping cough vaccine. It's now required after a historic spike in cases last year. The students were initially required to get their shots before the start of the school year, but lawmakers passed an extension as districts worried many students wouldn't meet the deadline. We've got all the information you need to know on our website. Just head to CBS47.tv and click on the On Your Side button. Still ahead on CBS 47 at 5, the Texas drought has some unexpected consequences, how it led to a puppy rescue after your forecast.
And I hope you're ready for a nice weekend because we have one on tap. The pinpoint 7-day forecast coming up. First, the Dr. Boz allergy, asthma, and sinus report. Really nice up at the high country as well. You can always get the forecast and see those sky views at CBS47.tv.
Perfect. Great outdoor weather.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Well, a Texas puppy has a new leash on life, you can say, after a dramatic rescue. The 4-week-old puppy fell through a crack in his family's backyard. The Texas drought is leading to huge fissures in the ground, some 3 feet deep. Now, luckily, crews were able to free him after softening up the ground with some water.
We were just like, yes, I was like crying, snotty nose, and then the animal shelter guy, he kind of, you know, I felt it. I looked at him and I seen he wanted to cry a little bit because they were like, oh, he's so safe, and we were hugging him.
Oh, so cute. It took about 20 minutes to rescue the pup. His family says they plan to keep a closer eye on him. Still to come on CBS 47 at 5, the drama isn't over for that disabled cruise ship in Norway. Passengers describe frightening moments. Plus, voters say they're fed up with Washington. One local congressman talks to CBS 47 about the frustration when we return. We have breaking news out of Reno tonight after an airplane crashed at an air show in Reno, Nevada. It crashed into the grandstands. At least 60 people were hurt. A spokesperson's calling it a mass casualty situation. The event draws thousands of people every year. We'll bring you more on this breaking story as it comes in. More problems for that cruise ship that caught fire off the coast of Norway this week. Crews are trying to pump water out of the ship's damaged hull to prevent it from sinking. It's listing to the side after an explosion in the ship's engine room yesterday. It killed 2 crew members. Rescuers had to evacuate hundreds of passengers, including some Americans.
Our lights went out. My husband opened the door and black smoke was rolling down the hallway. And at that moment, the captain said, "Everyone, leave now."
The cruise company is giving money to stranded vacationers and helping them get back home. Passengers had to leave everything on board. Investigators say they don't know the cause of the explosion. Voters are not happy with Congress. A new CBS News New York Times poll shows just 12% approve of the job lawmakers are doing. Voters are getting frustrated with ongoing gridlock. 72% disapprove of Republicans lawmakers and 63% disapprove of Democrats. Local Congressman Devin Nunes says it's something he definitely understands.
I was surprised that 12% of the people approve of Congress. I'd like to find those 12% because I haven't found them yet. I believe that the bank bailouts are what really triggered a disaster in government, because that is when the government got directly involved in the financial sector, which they never should have done.
President Obama is also getting some blame for the gridlock in Washington. A recent Gallup poll had his approval rating at an all-time low. Check out this dramatic video from Russia's space agency tonight. It shows the Soyuz space module crashing to the ground in Kazakhstan. Incredibly, the 3 cosmonauts inside survived the crash. They spent the past few months on board the International Space Station. An incredible story out of Colorado tonight, and it seems like it's straight out of the movie Weekend at Bernie's. 2 men are accused of driving a recently deceased friend around to night spots and then using his ATM card to pay for their night out. Police say the men took $400 out of the dead man's account, used the money at bars and strip clubs. The men only reported his death after their night out on the town. It's unclear how he died, but the friends aren't being charged for that. Still ahead on CBS 47 at 5, another update on that air show crash in Reno. We'll bring you the latest. And coming up tonight, new at 6, an amazing story about an incredible dog and his brave owner. You won't want to miss the story tonight at 6.